The village of Kudu, located in the middle of the vast savanna in a land forgotten by time, had been living in peace for years. But the peace of the village was disturbed by the cries of war from the neighboring tribe. Every morning, Zuberi, the old seer of Kudu, would interpret the signs from the sky to the people gathered in the village square. One morning, Zuberi saw 3 red eagles appearing in the sky at sunrise. The eagles circled 3 times over the village and then disappeared. Zuberi interpreted this as a bad omen and warned his villagers to prepare for war. In the evening of that day, Jabari, one of the young warriors of the village, came to Zuberi. Jabari had great respect for the wisdom of the seer, but this time he doubted his words. After listening to Jabari, Zuberi decided to show him a mysterious object hidden in the old temple of the village. It was an ancient mirror that allowed them to communicate with the spirits of their ancestors. Zuberi and Jabari sneaked into the temple at midnight. Standing before the mirror, Zuberi taught Jabari how to ask for ancestral guidance. Jabari put aside his doubts and began to perform the ritual. In the silence of the night, the surface of the mirror began to glow, and soon the spirit of Jabari's great-great-grandfather appeared. The spirit informed Jabari of the impending danger and revealed to him that the warriors from the neighboring tribe were in fact his long-lost brothers. This information was both surprising and disturbing to Jabari. He now began to think that war could be avoided without bloodshed. Armed with the spirit's message, Jabari returned to his village and, together with Zuberi, began to devise a plan to prevent war. However, before revealing these secrets in the village square, Jabari had to face his own inner conflicts. The truth he would tell could change the fate of the village forever. The next morning, the square of Kudu village was filled with tense silence. Jabari stood beside Zuberi, calling for the villagers to gather. As the sun slowly rose, everyone waited anxiously to see what would happen. Zuberi stepped forward with a serious expression and began to share the information Jabari had learned during the night. As Jabari explained the message he had received from the spirit of his ancestors, waves of amazement and disbelief rose among the villagers. But Jabari's words had touched the hearts of the villagers. They too now began to believe that peace was possible. Meanwhile, a group was formed to communicate with the warriors of the neighboring tribes. Under Jabari's leadership, the group set out to deliver the peace proposal. During the journey, the group had to pass through a mystical forest. Deep in the forest, a dance of shadows suddenly began. Invisible beings seemed to be moving rapidly through the trees, whispering with the wind. Jabari felt that these shadows were the spirits of the forest. They were waiting for the end of an old dispute that had been raging in this land for centuries. When the group emerged from the forest, they were confronted by some scouts from a neighboring tribe. Although tensions rose at first,